The following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a little MRE Wake Up Sunshine Uno Sunrise Edition, whatever you like to call it. We're waking up with Uno MRE at 10 in the morning. Here with MACHETE. Only 2 more regions left to go. We've already finished up the other regions. Only MACHETE and Fur remain. We'll see how that one goes. It's the Tucon region, of course. Drawing a blank. It's been that kind of day. Swamp region have already finished up. Like I said, just waking up here. But for MACHETE, here's the battle, right? For Nam, playoff game city. He gets this win. He starts building that platform for Super League. He's had a controversial tournament 3 where a lot of things went wrong, trying to rectify those problems. For H, it's been a season full of hard opponents, and his one win he did get was against Abion, which is a top 7 player in the league. Can he find out getting our top 15 win? We'll find out right now shortly. It'll be Nam versus H. Should be a good one. Let's go into that schedule. Had a couple of games had to be rescheduled. And we go into Nam and H starting it off in the MACHETE region. We're going to finish the MACHETE region with Toaster Guy Mac. A lot of people have been saying Matt Johnson's a fan favorite, try to get a relegation. Toaster Guy, after his incredible T3 run, will also be a fan favorite. Looking forward to seeing what Toast can do. And Mac at 6 o'clock. And then our final stream game of the night and of the day will be with Not Short with Superior Rogers. I've had an event to go to. But I do wish everybody the best playing it today, as I will not be here after this game. But Superior Rogers will close us out to start the Fur region of 2. But the last stream game for Superior, still looking to get into that Super League bubble conversation, break into the top 15. A. Rogers, I believe, is in a similar spot to H, trying to get out of relegation. Looking for either a couple game wins or a series win overall to break out. And then finally, the real late after dark to cap it off, 10 o'clock. How fitting that we got a West Coast player close to Vegas, Stingray, and of course Brian at 10 p.m. in the Fur region to cap off an incredible Sprout 64. We really have had some Sprout moments, some good moments, but here we are. Now let's go to the season recaps. Let's start with, of course, our home team. That's Nam. For Nam, obviously had an incredible T1 run, got to the Final Four, got hosed by the boss here, 6-1. I would eventually win the tournament in March Madness. Then had a real struggle in April, just didn't have the platform built. Maybe it was a little bit of a hangover from the Final Four run, lost to Logan 4-2. Took care of business against Brian. Of course, that was very controversial, but he did the job, but couldn't pull through against Ziemba. And really his key 2 wins on the season were Chomik and Eli at the time, now both top 20 wins. In Chomik's case, a top 5 win. We'll see what Nam can do here, trying to regain the platform and be a more professional player today. Of course, for H, very hard road, one of the hardest in the league. You start off with Ashley, the runner-up in March, getting swept out of the building. Then got the big win over Avion, but then lost to Caesar, a very, very hard player to beat, especially with Caesar's turned up. But lost in 7, and then had that wacko game against Seth, which ironically was a 10 a.m. stream. So H back at it again, the 10 a.m. hours here against Seth. Whereas the famous, I got the 3 moment. He's got the 3. And H remembers that one vividly in the old Masquerade in May. All the way back 2 months ago now. It's crazy how time flies. But here we are. That was then. Now it's now. Let's go into the pod. Obviously, for this pod, has not been full. We know we had Vapor on Bye Island. He'll get the winner of Toaster Mac today at 6 o'clock. Clay took care of business against England, but was not an easy contest. England gave him a fight. But Clay got the win. Ultimately pulled through. And lastly, it's MACHETE. Who will get it done today? Can the California native upset the Florida native? Should be a good old battle. 2 big states. see what happens here. Let's go into the scene. Into that scene, we have, of course, Caesar as my ref. Not sure. Finally, seems like forever. Back
For
with
real.
the EP special, and of course, we got our 2 players. Let's go to short. Short, obviously, crazy couple circumstances for both players. You look at H. He had that crazy loss against Seth with the 3, back and forth series, mental series at 10 a.m. 2 months ago. You look at Nam, obviously had some issues last tournament with scheduling, a little bit of some professional issues, a young kid trying to lean back into the platform to take a vacation. Do you think who do you think the pressure's on more, Nam or H? Because we know H has been here before, right? We saw it last year where he could turn up a streaky player. Nam's never been here before. He's a rookie. Who do you think the pressure's more on? The player that has to try to avoid a relegation, or Nam, who's got high expectations of making Super League field and maybe even being a top seed in the group stage?
The pressure is really it's an interesting scenario for both these guys. Obviously, we've seen a lot of matchups in this round 1 between somebody trying to push their way forward in a Super League bid, Nam in a better spot because of that Final Four run. We've seen a lot of like 3 and 4 win players trying to build that platform, and then you have someone like H who is in the 1-win club trying to avoid relegation. And we talk about relegation. 2 wins seems to be the place to be to get out of that battle. We haven't seen the 0-win club shrink much. We obviously saw G get out of it most recently. You got Pack coming up tonight.
Varigold too.
Varigold getting out of there as well. But you have players Leah, Clint, and Brando all not, and Fitzy, Allen, Payne, Eric, all those guys did not pull, are still in that 0-win club. So it's for H really got to get that win to get out of that battle for sure. For Nam, obviously he's top 15, but he definitely wants to try and keep building that platform and push his way forward, and started off with a win against H today. So going to be an interesting matchup, both with some stakes, but it'll be interesting to see what goes down.
Caesar, I'm going to go to you. You were critical, and we both were critical of Nam in the old. As Yoshi joins us, you were very critical of Nam's mentality. Look, it was not it. Right in May, it was not it. It was way off the left field. What do you think he's got to do to rebuild that mentality, that mental game? And your thoughts on H, who we know is a very strong player mentally. Doesn't matter what the record is. It's H, round 1 H. He can turn up anytime. You've played him this year. What are some keys you got to look forward to in this game? Feel free to type that out. We'll get Yoshi a little later. Let's go to the players real quick. We'll start with H. H coming in as the road team. I know you're a guy of a few words, right? Just time to play, get the business done. You are making basically your 1-year trip around the sun in the league, as you were a T4 player from last year as a sophomore class participant. Your thoughts on just trying to get Nam off his game. How do you rattle his cage knowing he's got a playoff on the line pressure, whereas you're out here with a little less pressure, despite the relegation, you can play a little more freer? Your thoughts here entering the game.
I mean, I don't think I agree with like the pressure assessment, because getting relegated to the second division after some of the matches I had here would be an injustice, to put it like that. And how I'm going to throw Nam off their game, just draw better.
Straw better. Interesting. Nam, I'll go to you. I'm not sure if you'll type or say. You'll probably type it, but what do you guys do here? You know, H is a guy that has a lot of different looks, right? He can play a little OG. He can play a little classic on the back end. He can go in and draw. He's got a lot of 6 to 7 different eye candy looks. Is there 1 or 2 eye candy looks you can try to get him off the game in a sense that you can play draw back? How have you improved your mentality too? I want to ask you just from that vacation. What was the biggest lesson you learned from that vacation that you took all the way up in the old Mountain West to get dialed in here today? Feel free to type it out, my friend. And then Caesar, your thoughts as we enter the game here. Yoshi, let's see. Oh, real quick, hold up.
All right.
Hold on a sec. I think Nam's vacation is the ultimate key here. Maybe his vacation allowed him to rest easy and get back into it mentally. But H is definitely going to listen. This is H. This is a guy that's been around the block. I mean, who can forget that crazy series where he took me to 7 last year, where all the marbles were on the line, and he figured out a platform and nearly took care of business. I had to stay really composed just to get the win. He's the guy that will rattle your cage. I will go to Yoshi real quick, and then we'll have. Never mind. Hold on a sec. Live in the moment. T3 was not good, but it's T4 now. It's time to lock it. All right, perfect. He seems locked in. That's all you can really ask for. Short. Yoshi, any final thoughts? I know you came in a little late. Your final thoughts on this match? This is probably one of the better games in round one as I look at the watch VC.
Yeah, I think it will be two players who we know can play really well and get far in tournaments. H, not as lucky in this league compared to Myths. He's gotten far in Myths before, but here he hasn't found it. I think, there's potentially some mistakes he's made in the past. If he takes that into consideration and makes sure that, if he loses, it's just because he just outplayed him. I feel like he can be okay with that compared to just because of self-inflicting mistakes. I feel like he doesn't want to lose like that. So he's really gotta put up a fight here, and I feel like if he does, it's definitely gonna go far. It's definitely gonna go far into the series where it's gonna be close. Nam, kind of the same thing, except he has gotten far in this league before. He just looking to bring back the rhythm that he had before, kind of like Alex in D2, where he wanted to get back to the Elite Eight, and in T2 just didn't work out that way. In T3, he started to bring that rhythm back. If Nam trying to figure out what it takes to get back there, because we see a lot of players who've leveled up since then, so it's only going to get more difficult. The big thing though is winning this match, because for both of them, they know they have a tough player to face.
Yeah, winner will get Clay in this match. Should be a fun one. Well, of course, Boss Short, as I like to call, has the scoreboard. Caesar's got the log. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my final time here in this round. I'm about to say it. It's time to get down to business. Let's get it rolling. Caesar, game one call. It's Nam's favor. Here we go. Caesar, will ask Nam the most important question: how many cards? And we'll go for it. Nam's the guy that usually keeps it short and sweet. He loves the 9-card special, aka JT. We'll see how this one goes. Playoff game for both in a sense,
baby.
right? Trying to get Clint play on the draw. Okay. Well, thank God that's going away next year. But anyway, Nam joins up on the start, waiting for H. Nam knows what he's got to do. 13th ranked player trying to keep his Super League hopes alive. We're underway with a green reverse. H trying to get a relegation. And we're underway with a green reverse. How will this one play out, Short? You got two players here that are, H is cool as cool as they come, right? Cool customer. Nam, his heartbeat's rattling. You can sell.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see what happens here. Very interested to see how this goes on.
Now I'm going to take a little slower approach. We have talked about in the past, he has gotten really fast at his playing style, maybe too much light speed antics, and it's got him in trouble sometimes. Let's try to take a slower approach, aka gold. We see Ashley do it. We see a lot of the top, but Brad even does it. But really take their time off this first initial get-go. Unless this is something like a wild start. Usually you take your time. Green 3 for Nam. H, he's going to push the pace. One down this time. Nam's trying to work on this slower mental game. He's been trying to process information better, Short. That's really the key. As we go 3 up, you can tell, Short, Nate is pulling. He's pulling faster. He's trying to get Nam off his game. Still early in the game.
Pretty clean. Early on.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a switch to red.
So much for the switch, or so much for the clean. We're going to have that first shot in the old firearm here. Red 5 from the H-man. Nam going to undercut. Okay, this is usually Nam at his finest, trying to go a little vintage, and it works.
Yeah.
Look at the
tries
table
to
there.
he always likes to respond to any big move that someone tries to do. I mean, obviously, a switch isn't usually that big, but since it's the first one in the game, Nam's going to start with the test and see if he has any yellows in it. looks to be a good
Yeah.
test for him.
Clear Clint play. Clear Clint play right there.
Yeah. But Nam still run with it though.
Could be an interesting one. Not an issue. Got Yoshi here, no worries. Short. +4 for Mage, not wasting time. May have been a top deck. Maybe. You never know.
True. That's true.
You never know. There's a chance he could have saved that. We'll look into that.
Yeah. I mean, H usually wanted to check the table quite often. Maybe he's looking to count cards on his own now.
Well, you gotta think here. I'm asking Caesar, right? We saw it last night with Nick and Lane, where it's hard to know what a top deck, right? Lane pretty much was that last game had a lot of ammo cards, and then he got a +4 off of power plays. Now it goes into that green. So you just wonder: is the bot going to play favorable on bailouts? Is it not? It's hard to know, but no matter what here, H has the lead on possession arrow. As we go back into yellow, great isolation tactic there.
Oh wow!
Yeah, no matter what,
go back there.
Yeah, no matter what happens here for Nam, he's got to win. Say, hey, look, I ISO this guy out, and it's hard to switch on zero sugar. Let's keep ISOing him out, see what happens. And H can't test those top decks if he even did get a +4 top. Now I'm looking for Trace here.
It's a grade 0.
Oh, you're good. Yep, top 4 now. Yep, top 4 of the old jungle
Wow.
4. We go to the top tree.
Really, he's either playing patient or just has no numbers to switch out, but finally forces a draw on Nam here.
Nam is just trying to play a little patient, right? Play a little bit more 2-3 dimensional. Get H to make a mistake, force the issue, and H is not buying that. He's just going to run into this clean as well.
Yeah, for first game, I mean, I think that's the way to go.
H doing a great job right here. Same with Nam, just playing these yellows, isolating. That's another isolation tactic. We just saw the one. One possession game now, thanks to that top deck. H finally back to the old 10 card. We're back to doubles. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. You're good now. Yep. A little bit of a stall there. All good. Now they draw it up. Keeping drawing back. Yeah, now we're fishing right here. We're throwing some bait there. We're throwing some bait, Caesar. We're throwing some bait out there. See who bites. For sure, Yoshi. Throwing some bait.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go. A little wink. Full blink there. Full blink. Full blink from H. Gonna go pull the trigger on the red.
There's Ditto.
Now, H back to their red 2, trying to play a little number efficiency. We saw the 1s were huge, the 6s were huge. Now tries to go a little bit on the 2s, play some new numbers, try to get an early switch. Now I'm going to throw him back 2. Interesting. As H will go 4 up from the 0. So that's interesting, Yoshi. A very early +2 at 11 cards throws H back to 13. Could be a sign of things to come for Nam. He could easily say, hey, you know what? Get rid of cards, right? Don't leave them hanging and have a run. Or could feel the threat of H on the +4s. Let's see. Interesting.
Okay.
For Nam. Very interesting. Playing this one a little bit more patient. H will just try to run numbers now. Gets the red skip into the triple.
Yeah. Now he's thinking, yeah, let's get out of this red.
Reverse now from H. Oh, great play from H. End around back city. Into the quad. Huge play. And the 1-2. We saw a lot of that. H with a tactical end around there. Clutch the gap to 1 possession. Can Nam get out of this?
Yeah, I feel like Nam has to keep H off his game here because probably was waiting to do that, once he ran out of reds. But unfortunately...
Oh, ISO City. ISO City. ISO City. Any end around you can do. That's not ISO City. That's top deck heaven.
Oh, I mean, he's getting the better draws right now as he. was
Yeah, it's
hoping.
clearly top deck for sure. No doubt it would. No. Okay.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's great. Everything's great.
what a
Oh, now I'm
switch.
gonna undercut the green. Okay. Did H come prepared to the party? No.
Wow, he didn't.
Wow. Everything's
Now we'll
great.
come prepared.
Everything's great.
Oh god, the Lord. He
Everything's
got
great.
an ISO on the green.
What?
All right. Very, very.
Half
Mental
classic.
playing right
That's
there
a
for-
classic.
Mental playing from both. Absolutely mental. Now you wonder, Short, if it wasn't blue and they didn't have red and yellow was almost it could be
they're
all
back
the
to
ammo
blue.
distribution in yellow. We'll see.
Ditto.
Back to blue. And that was going to be the next move anyway. Interesting. Okay. Very similar hands going on here. Non-playing is very effective. H doing a good job. Basically, they're mirror playing, right? Whatever you isolate,
Yeah.
I will isolate back.
That table check is identical
That's
to the
how I
last one.
interpreted it.
Oh,
comes the
double
double
shot.
reverse. Here he comes.
No, not the finish, though. Just the reverse train.
Could be check.
This is dose to 7. H, though, I mean, you got to think you're...
Ooh. Here he comes.
If he had anything, he'd save it now, for sure.
Yeah, probably doesn't
Oh,
want to
yeah,
use
there it
it,
is.
but
Plus
okay,
two.
well, +2
Classic.
should be enough. Well, maybe he goes for more.
Classic.
H looking for the lead right here if he goes for more. We'll find out.
Oh, wait a minute.
That could be a draw. Self-pres,
could-
maybe.
I could see it, yeah.
I don't mind
H
the
with-
move either.
No, you never know. You can't risk 2 car. I understand. Here comes H. We're going to attack. Never mind,
Oh,
there's
there
wow.
it is. There it is.
For the
Wow.
lead. Got it.
Flip that scoreboard.
Yeah, flip it in half there. Scoreboard's still good, right, boss?
Oh, yeah, we going.
Okay, I just want to make sure. All right.
Not talking about the table.
Looking to check the table. There you
Yeah.
go.
Scoreboard flipper.
Yeah, scoreboard on the stream is all good. Appreciate. Obviously, we do apologize. Apparently, the UX got moved up a little higher. If you're noticing any difference, that's all.
They made it taller.
A little bit taller. Yeah, a little taller. All good.
Yeah. We roll with the punches. Hey, here's a stop moment for Nam here.
Yeah, this is a crucial moment right here, Caesar, in the series. You got to think Nam had all the momentum at maybe a chance with a +4 finish. We don't know, but it could have been a +4 finish. Now he's got to rethink. To yellow. That could have been his last card. H with the yellow. You got some more reserves.
Yeah, maybe it was just saving that wild.
Guy,
Now
I
he's
think.
gonna use it.
Guy, I think. Yeah, great move from Nam. Trying to isolate. Guy, I think it was ISO play.
Okay, can Nam run? Oh no, he's just gonna isolate. Yeah.
It's basically a classic. It just took a turn two later, but top deck heaven. Try and just close the gap now. Oh, switching clean goes H.
Okay. Nam might be okay with this, but we'll see.
A lot of the ammo in red hadn't been
Yeah.
used yet. So this is interesting.
We'll see if that was too risky to switch into red there.
Nam throws a reverse down. Interesting.
Yes, sometimes hard to
Leaves it
predict.
hanging.
Usually it's hard to predict when someone might have the run on just one color switch. I mean, I'm not saying he has it, but like in a situation where you're in draw city, then you go for a switch, hoping it works, and then they just end the game. Like it's happened before.
Letting that moment marinate there. Really.
Two
taking his
possible
time.
options. He's got a run to the finish, or he's trying to do what you said, right? He hasn't done a reverse. Has to pick the right color. He's gambling
True,
right
yeah. Or his Wi-Fi is not good, but
now. Oh, it's not gooder.
Yeah,
There
we,
he
we
is.
saw that with White Spider a little bit.
Okay, this is interesting. A lot of wilds from Nam here. He's throwing a lot of them off the top. H looking to have blue. Yeah, +2 pays for it.
Wow. He had the other one
H
too.
is-
He had
He was
that.
just taking his time. We're good.
That's the other +2. He had both of them.
Tactical from H right there. Short. Right, that's tactical. Nam is trying every answer, but H has
Yeah.
it back.
He's
Old
had
school
answers. That's what you want to. That's what you want to have here. And now H in a good position here. See if he can get it done.
Yeah, we're really gonna
Caesar. Oh, real quick, I'm going to say
pressure
that.
on.
Always want to give him a chance to talk and say something, of course. So you got to think, we talked about Nam, right? Improving his ammo control, but wild control in Nam is something we had not seen all season. This is interesting.
Okay.
He's burned a couple. H for check. First one of the game.
Does he? Yeah, he might. He's saving.
Game
Oh,
over.
that's it. That is it. +4.
Tactical. Tactical from H. That was tactical. I'm going to go to Nam for Nam. I see what you're trying to do, right? Trying to get ISO City. But do you think you were too conservative on the ISOs, and unfortunately he just flushed your wilds and forced your hand? Talk me through that game. I really want to know what was the strategy behind a 2 double. I thought the ISO plays were good. Were you just kind of up a creek without a paddle and just hoping to fish? Maybe he would draw back. H, that was vintage H right there. Tactical switches, tactical moves. Let's go back to 10-16 when he played the yellow 3 into a draw. You drew. Did you get a +4 off the bail right there? That's my first question. We'll start with that.
No, the only top deck in this game was the normal wild,
Okay.
which I wanted
Probably-
to because I had all reds when I played it, so like it was just like a reasonable move to do.
And my question here is, you did a great job really saving that blue, right? Because you had +2 control. You had both blue +2s.
I could have played all of them at once, but my thinking is Nam is going to draw a lot of cards from it, and he's going to have ammo to like stop me from winning at that moment. I
Right.
was right.
Well, that's just classic save, man. That's an incredible
Yeah.
job. Because look, he even thought you had more. He thought you had nothing on the blue, and you fooled him. That's tactical. Good win there.
Yeah, I was hoping he was thinking I didn't have blues.
I mean, sure. That sounds like perfect. You're trying to get me engaged. I know where. You see your thoughts on just the way H flushed those wilds from Ron, though. Just your thoughts. Feel free to get rid of that. But sure, that's tactical from H, right? Great job of playing some IK, forcing Nam off his game, saving that +2 control. We saw that a little bit, ironically, in the Lane Nick series. A little bit, not just last night, but that series when I looked back at the tape. Lane had some of those plays. Your thoughts on just H developing that package and getting Nam off his game to strike her early?
Yeah, I mean, very tactical win, yeah, for H. He definitely did well at controlling the ammo as he does. Was able to have an answer for Nam in every sense, and flushing those wilds out were key as well, and saving that +4 for a double finish. That's just classic.
Should we talk about adversity with the young kids, man? Nam is a youngster, right? He now is in a 1-0 hole. Remember, he's on a losing streak. He's lost the last 3 after dating back to that Ed series where it was 2-2. How does he rally now knowing that he got outplayed, right? He got outplayed on the wilds. He got outplayed on the ammo. Sure, the ammo was not in his favor early. But when you get those wilds, you got to know how to use it. You think he's learned a little bit to say, hey, you know what? Maybe could have saved a little cleaner. Or do you think the in-game adjustments have to be here to get him back to a tie series? It's open board, too.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for him. I feel like H just played his best game there. They both were isolating each other, which did stall them out. So I feel like that game was just a matter of keeping the right ammo cards to get the finish. So I think Nam just has to look back and if he has wilds but no +4s, really has to make sure he uses them wisely. And like even if he has a bunch of wilds, doesn't maybe could just save them both or all 3. I don't know. He probably had 2 wilds in his hand at one point, so maybe consider just keeping both, even though it makes sense to use one. Just save him and see if it helps you in the long run.
Well, that's the key, right? Those wild control saves is something you need. It's something you got to develop, and Caesar said, I thought it was clever from H the way he flushed those wild. And like I said, it was in pregame. Got around the cage all the time. So now he needs to grip and adjust to H what he's executing. Otherwise, it could have. Yeah, it could. And this is it, right? How can he get back into that zone where he was in March? Sure, we saw it in March. Now it was electric. Fast, electric. He ran into the buzzsaw. That was me. And then he ran to Logan. Then he ran to Brian with some executable issues. Now he's got to get back. This is playoff mode. These next 4 games are critical for him. Let's see what he will do here in game 2. All right, Caesar, it's that time. I'm going to ask. Everything's on the board, Nam. What's it going to be for game 2? Caesar will log it. You started with 9. What will it be? He's got to think this one through short. It's a big decision for Nam right here. Cannot waste time on this one.
Yeah, I gotta snatch the momentum back there for sure, and he's got to find a way to do it. Although I don't know if the card start played a whole lot into it, but he's gonna go 12.
So goes 12. Okay, 3 up
Yeah.
this time. 12-pack City. I'll give the call to Yoshi. It's been a minute.
Okay, both join up quickly here. We're getting this going with the 12 card start.
Oh,
And an interesting
Oh my goodness.
start here where Nam could just easily give H put him at a 16 card start if he wanted.
I don't know if that's risky, sure. Right? You give him 16. H seemed really clever with that +2. We talked about it. This is where the mental game comes. The bot's going to throw you a mental game. H can really save those +2s. Let's start it off with a +2. Take one out, and that's something Nam has to evaluate right now.
See if he wants to try and set himself ahead here early on, and he's just gonna
No.
close the door clean.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
move. You just don't want to risk that. H is a player. You give him more cards, he can cook. Ooh,
Oh, that's why, I guess.
Interesting. That's
interesting.
on a 12 or 2. That is surprising. Must be a tough hand for him here.
Either tough hand or 3 color. And that's the thing, right? If it's
Yeah.
3 color, then the moment you get into that next color, it could be a different story. It's hard to switch on 0 sugar. That's great from Nam.
Good awareness there. Trying to keep it in the color. Trying to keep
You
that
always
number
wonder,
efficiency
too.
away.
You always wonder too, Short and Yoshi, when you don't have the cards, and let's say if Nam does it, where's that ammo going to lie in the deck? And that's what he was waiting for. That's what he was waiting for.
He found it.
That's what he was waiting
Oh
for.
my goodness.
Oh,
Scoreboard flipper. There it is.
Right
Back to
away.
the 12 pack.
My goodness. There it is.
Well, classic from H there. Waited just for a 1 card and got the job done.
Again, Nam with the think stop moment goes 1 down with the red 7.
Oh, H aggressive on the switch. Shorty starting to. You can see it. H is definitely getting into Nam's head. You can see it. He's getting every switch. He's taking his time. He's playing a little composed. You can see it. Nam wants to play composed patience. H said, "Okay, I'll play composed off the start and bide my time." Now Nam has to try to rattle H's cage because H has got the psychological edge. Nam goes with the undercut to red. I'll let H try to get back to red. Yep.
H definitely capable of doing that. I feel like, if you go 7 HP, there's got to be some
Whoa.
psychological wars going on. And
Great ending round from Nam.
Oh
This
my
is like game
goodness.
1. Great one. Did H get a 1-heaven? He got it!
Oh my
No.
God.
the audio really is.
Yeah, you overmodulated. That was crazy.
That was
It sounds like you're
beautiful.
screaming, but obviously.
You gotta listen back to that, boss. Oh my lord.
Unbelievable. That's what I'm saying. And he's got Nam isolated. When I'm fresh like this, I haven't streamed much. I'm
I gotta
cracked
get
out.
used to that. It's funny though.
Dude, that mic, Yoshi. Oh my god. Yeah, you gotta listen back to that after this.
Oh, man,
That was
a good
that
one.
was interesting. But anyway, we
Yeah,
look
no,
at
yeah,
a
I was-
ditto from Nam, and then they're starting to pick up the pace here. H with that possession arrow lead.
Oh, man.
As,
Yeah, great
now that
sequence there. I mean, the 1 was exactly what he needed there.
Hey, it's better than monotone. I'll tell you that much. Sorry about that. Here's the plus.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No, not at all.
Plus
Okay.
4. I think you have
that's
to if
huge.
Oh, there it is.
not-
Plus 2.
if you got to
plus
switch
2
into green
draws,
like
yeah.
that.
Good move. Don't
Nam
even
at
mind it.
5. Nam at 5. It's 6-5 now. Oh nope, here he comes.
Okay.
+4 over to H there.
Well, here's the thing, Short, right? We're basically back at a stalemate like the last game. 12-3, where it was Nam at 2 or 3 and H was at 9 or 10. It's almost, there it is, +4.
Wow.
Wow.
The control is
Fired.
insane.
Firing.
Yeah, so interesting thing about, sorry. Die. Oh yeah, okay. I was trying to remember. Yeah, so there's a thing about +4ing right back and forth. I mean, it wasn't necessarily right after, but it wasn't too long after. I feel like that's kind of it's a double-edged sword because I feel like sometimes that could show that they still have a really good hand left, but could also just be kind of just repeating what they did.
Well, sure, this is the thing, right? H admitted in game 1, I have a good bluff package. Let's see how good the bluff package is here from both players. I think Nam's picking up on it, but H is just finding it at the right time with the patience. That's the key.
Yeah, we'll see here.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Mm.
Here
H
comes
can still
again.
run. Nam, nothing again.
Okay,
H,
green
score
one.
flipper.
Oh,
There's the yellow.
There's the one
Wow.
again.
Is that a jailbreak for both, though? Is that a jailbreak?
We know he can't switch it back into green with the one.
H has the lead no matter what on possession arrow. We know the green one's out. At that crazy.
Oh,
He
he's
checked.
wild again. My goodness.
Yeah,
I mean-
right now, Caesar. I know your nephew and all, but right now H is just masterclass in his Nam as he try to cross back on a yellow. +4.
Yo, another +4.
The clutch moments here in this series so
What are
far.
we looking at for Nam
This
here?
has been
Is this a
evenly
run?
distributed. This is an old school, evenly distributed on the ammo. It's now coming down to skill.
Oh,
Zero
okay.
shooter.
Okay, could be a sign if he wants
Oh,
blue
he
here.
checked!
But he got another wild.
He checked another one. Oh, what an ISO. This will not be a classic. No doubt it will not be. H will have something here for sure.
Yeah, definitely wants to come back after that. +4.
We're not there yet. We're not at classic territory. They have cards.
Nah, may not because of the red, but we know H will have something here on the back end.
Yep.
Yep.
For sure.
All right, Nam looking for the number.
Oh, he
Yes!
does
Yeah.
blue. My
got three.
goodness. Oh, my goodness.
He got a 3 again. Trip 3.
Oh,
Trips on the board. Skittles! Skittles!
Man, you're making me lose it.
these are just
Great game to show
Oh,
up to, boss.
God, we
Great
ran
game
out.
to show up.
flying colors right now. But H does not want the yellow. Nam with 3 could be huge.
Here comes
Oh,
Nam for the
my.
run. No, just check. Well, now this is H. He's got to find something right here. He got the red.
Oh, it works.
Oh,
Okay.
What a
my
play.
I will
Ballsy
God,
for me.
H is flaming right now.
took the
Yeah,
risk on the
that's-
number efficiency.
They're
I
both
feel,
flaming.
but-
Oh, he got the number
my.
back to the 9.
In check. And check. They are
Can H
flaming.
cross back over to red? He can't. It's
Ooh,
that
the
game, but it's
7.
good move on the 7.
It's if it it's
Oh.
yeah,
Great
not a
move.
blue.
Oh my goodness.
2 now. H down at 3. Can't get it from
Oh,
Nam.
my
H for
goodness.
the lead. No, it's
Oh.
ISOing back. Crazy.
Oh, breathe, everyone. Breathe. Oh.
Man, I gotta listen to that one back. This has been another crazy sequence,
This
and now they're just going crazy.
The bot's also going crazy. Okay.
Yeah, we're going really fast now. This is where Nam speeds up, right? When you don't have the cards, he'll speed it up.
Yeah, we see
Gosh
those players who kind of play some normal pace, but then when they draw, they go quick. I feel like I can sometimes do that.
dead
Well,
even.
now the problem is the
oh,
bot's lagging.
oh God.
Blue one.
Okay.
Another
The bot
one.
lags.
Breathe, everyone. Breathe.
He's got the
Oh,
one.
he got the one
Ooh.
again.
Oh my God.
Well, now the question is, right? A lot of this ammo has been burnt off. We have burnt off the old tire rubber right now on the old side. I've got the back to yellow.
He's going back to yellow. That's an interesting move.
One
Oh,
up
there's
this
a
time.
7.
One up
He
this
does-
time.
Okay.
Oh man, this has been
Give
this
us a
series has
9. We
been
have a small
fantastic.
straight on the board.
Small straight, fantastic so far from both. Ammo's been distributed pretty evenly here. You can't complain.
Well, yeah, that is
5,
a
6,
small
7, 8.
straight. That's a small straight.
Oh boy.
not in the
Okay,
order.
H runs out back to red.
Whoa! That's what H wanted.
I mean,
He's down to
yeah,
3 though.
To Nam, it doesn't even matter. He's so low on cards at this point.
Oh, this is H. You know, if he's got one more trick in the old back pocket, he'll use it right now.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Okay. Fair enough.
You got
Big
5
thing
minutes. You got
stop
5
moment.
minutes. You got 5
Got
minutes.
5 minutes. Go.
Next year, you got unlimited time. You got all my.
Which,
anyway.
oh boy.
Anyway, this is a big moment, right? You got to think the difference between 2-0 and 1-1, right? Psychologically, 2-0 for H, that's a big heat check on Nam because Nam had evenly distributed ammo, right? And you lose this game, you got to start wondering what's that. It's a massive moment. If he thinks through this and gets this win and pulls a Houdini-like move, is that check that Sanford?
Maybe he's just curious about the score.
You
I
checked
don't
it.
know.
You checked it.
He checked.
Oh,
Well, that's what we
he's not watching stream.
we told him that.
checked it.
We told him
Checked it,
that. Told him that.
And I'll
Checked in
joke
safe
this
for
you can tell.
7:45 in the morning.
Oh yeah, here comes 8.
Oh baby. Oh
There it
baby.
is, back pocket.
Oh baby.
Here comes H. Great move. Great move
Oh
from
my goodness.
Huge move from H.
Oh my goodness. Flips that scoreboard around.
I like this a lot though, right? Because you got to understand a lot of the ammo's been
wait
one drive.
a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, no, this is big. No, this is probably.
I don't think
Huge
this is
from
the
H.
winner because he
This
had to think
game.
about it. He said he had to think. Oh,
That's game.
What?
Game. What
Mind
a
Game
play.
City. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna go Nam first because H, that was fantastic. Nam, you just got
I
beat your
will-
own game, buddy. Every answer you had, he just fired back, and ultimately, I wonder at 3 cards, did you have a +4 to final, +4 to finish? What a play!
He had to think about it. That's crazy.
We'll get to you in a second, H. This has been one of a hell of a series. Sanford says he knew what was happening. Interesting. No comment. Okay. H,
Interesting.
that was tactical. I have to start with you. That was crazy. The first move when you had the Uno, right? Or when he had the Uno, you ISO'd him out, you saved the +4s. Talk to me about your patience. Off the start, you played that extremely patient. And just how have you been able to run the colors down effectively? Great 7 bagger. We haven't seen one from you in a while on that. Talk me through it. How you had to process that.
I don't think I've seen a 7 bagger before. I will say, I didn't top deck this.
You didn't okay.
Like, since the moment he played the Blast Wild 4, I got all of these like reverses, skips, whatever. I just left them there.
So you really played the patience. You played into Nam's patience game, and then forced him.
I knew that's how I won. Like how I needed to play this. Like you gotta play the cards, man.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Short, sweet, to the point. I'm going to ask short right now. It seems like the problem here for Nam is he's relying on the draw set. He's playing the patience game, but ultimately every answer he's getting down to Uno or 2. He just can't finish the deal. He's just one turn short, and this is what we talked about. This was OG Ard back in the day, where Ard would always get to Uno, hoping that it would work, and it doesn't work. How does he adjust here? Because let's face it, the ammo is being distributed both ways, and it comes down to skill at this rate.
Yeah, it is very much coming down to skill. H has got reserves out the wazoo, you could say. He's just been great at having answers, and credit to Nam. He's gotten close, but H has just done so well at controlling that ammo, and he's had the ammo to work with, and he's been able to use it effectively to shut down Nam whenever he's been close. We'll have to see if if anything can change for Nam here. I don't think there's much you can do strategically if you're Nam. Like he's not really thrown like the kitchen sink. He's also done well at controlling. So it's just a matter of whether he can get the last word, and I guess we'll see now that the arrow shifts to H here.
I'll go to Yoshi real quick. Right now, this is it, right? This is it, Yoshi. If you're Nam here, you have to understand he basically gets this win with power play on the old back end. It could be lights out. How does he does he start playing? I don't think he can go back to that crazy cracked out lights out style where he's playing out of his shoes. But do you think he plays a little hybrid on the pace? Because that's the only thing he's been really, really messing around with. Everything else has been extremely phenomenal in terms of ammo. And yeah, I apologize if this thing is kicking in. You can tell it's optimized on the old stream.
I see. Yeah, I think that was interesting, right? Because Nam was probably close to the finish there with 3 cards left, and H had just so happened to have the run. So I mean, I think it's hard to know when's the right time to make a move where you're at check, because for all you know, they'll need that to win the game too. But this is definitely a special case, because it's rare when you just switch to a color and then 7-card bagger happens. I think he's definitely gonna have to do something, but like it's got to be just like some minor changes. I don't think he can completely switch up what he's going for. I just maybe try a little bit different things and see where it gets him.
Well, I mean, this is interesting here. Is like, come on, see, God, oh man. Well, yeah. You gotta understand. Like I said, I'm fresh. I've only done one stream game really, or 2 really, but one every 4 days. So I'm real fresh, especially at 10 in the morning. But anyway, let's get to game 3. H, it's your call. It just can't be the 9-12 pack. What do we got going on for game 3? Caesar Loggett. What are we thinking, my friend?
Let's go with unlucky number 13.
Unlucky 13. We're gonna go with 1 up to the 12.
OG send.
It's been pretty solid for both right now. Evenly distributed games short on the ammo, which is nice to see. Sure, take the call. Go for it.
All right. They both are joining. Nam is joined up. Yeah, evenly distributed on the ammo for sure. We'll have to see what it goes with. And look at that. What a free choice on game 3.
Man.
We will have to see what... And H has the choice here. We'll see what he wants to do. He can really make a strategy work with a pick here. He's gonna go with that blue 6. Nam looking to see if he can play off that with a 13-card start. You'd think he's got the stuff to back it up. We'll see.
Well, I had just mentioned it, Yoshi, too, with the wild +4 to wild starts. You just go into that, right? Just attack it, right? Sorry if I sounded loud again. You just attack it, right? You just go into it, you attack it, and you wonder, right? Nam has tried this slower pace. He's tried a hybrid pace. Does he go quicker here? I don't know. We're going to find out. He has to figure something out, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's done well to take H off his game at times. It's really trying to read if he thinks he's going to have the answer, and maybe just being a bit more patient with some of the moves he makes, even if it doesn't seem like he should be.
Now he's going quicker. You can see it. I think he's trying to go back. Maybe that slow stuff is only needed when we go to those thing stops. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going aggressive now. Here comes the Nam we know. He's got to try now. Straight down 2-0. But H is the guy that could fire away just as quick. That's the thing. 1 up this time from the red 2 to the 3. There's the switch from H, trying to play aggressive as well. There's the undercut. Ooh, spicy. Tie game, but it is in H's favor. H with the 7 combo. They set the 6.
Yeah,
now fires back into a yellow 1. Yeah, we're going to go quick here. H fires into the 6 now, trying to stay on the yellows. How long will we stay? How long will we run the carousel?
Yeah, H with the home field advantage, standing tall, at least for the moment, until we see some ammo come out.
Power play on the board for both. I don't expect Nam or H to use it here. It's game 3. I think we start thinking about that game 4 onwards. Double play from Nam. That's it.
That gives him the arrow lead now. Unless
H can still run it. We'll test.
Yeah.
3 to 4 now.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing from H. Now I'm
And
looking
now-
to get back in the building.
Nam can roll. He
Keeps
is
it clean.
rolling.
Okay.
This could be game right here now to get on the board.
No. Wow.
Nah, can only run it so much.
Yeah.
No +4s, that means. And you got to think with one off the board, as they're going to go into draw city. It's going to come down and draw city again. There it is. Draw city again, short. That's where it comes down. That's going to make the difference.
Interesting
Oh.
play from Nam there.
Okay.
Leaves
reverse
it
draw.
open. But he leaves it open. This is a drip class. There's the switch. He baits it. Tie game.
Yeah, he was looking for that. Very clear, and he can run with that green. So definitely,
H only a
Smart
card
play.
behind though.
yeah.
Tie
No.
game. Here we go.
Nam that double play still with that possession arrow, taking the home field advantage from H here. H looking maybe get a double to try and pull back ahead. It seems to be neck and neck,
+2
but
from
Nam,
Nam,
here
looking
he
for a double.
comes. Oh,
That's
Nam, it's
game,
this game. That is
100%.
game. Nope.
What?
Skip draw.
I don't know about that one. You sure? I'm going to be honest with you. That's risky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Great
maybe
end
wanted that
around.
green
all you
switch.
can
Well,
rely on is
did Nam
top
want
pick
that?
heaven.
Did Nam want that? He's at 2. Did he want that? Nope.
No.
No, okay.
Wrong.
play it too
Psych,
OG.
that's the wrong color.
They played 2 OG there. 2 OG from Nam, I think. Yep. Oh boy, you gotta wonder, Yoshi. These are mistakes we had not seen.
Oh,
he goes
blue.
back to blue.
Hold up.
Trying to
Okay.
ISO.
Hold on. Hold the
Trying to
phone.
ISO.
Hold the phone.
Could be an ISO play. He's trying to ISO here.
This could be his. This could be his
Could be
keys
test-
here.
Yeah,
He's
I don't
still
know.
ahead.
I think maybe Nam was trying to hope for a top deck heaven in that situation. Because H not gonna give him extra cards, so it was really if Nam had something off that skip draw, but
Yeah, now
Clearly
he's
not.
thinking.
Oh,
goes to yellow.
interesting here.
okay, that's
Down
big.
to 2.
Great move.
H is ISO'd out.
ISO
Oh.
double.
Ooh,
Classic.
classic.
Yeah, we're waiting to red. We're waiting for red. I think we're waiting for red. ISO City. He just tries to calm the storm here. Flurry of activity in this game. A lot of weird runs and a lot of interesting plays.
Yeah. This is not something I've
We'll
seen a
top deck.
lot. I've done a lot of the streams this round, and I haven't seen much strategy like this between these two.
This is an old school vintage game now where the ammo's being distributed pretty evenly, even off the top, Yoshi, and you have to figure out who has the best skill tactics and who can color manage the bet. It's basically game management at this rate. We don't talk much about game management in this league because usually it's been cracked out, but this is one of the first few games in a long time where the bot's playing fair on both ends.
Yeah, there's been a lot of ammo, but at the very least,
It's a double.
it's being
Triple.
distributed. Oh, okay.
And the green.
Scoreboard flipper. Scoreboard
green
flipper,
again.
naturally. Yep. Still staying away from that keep away on red. That's the thing. We're keeping away.
Oh no, we're tied up.
I
Nam with the possession arrow lead. He's still in the lead.
Here.
He's still in the lead by
Tied
that
up.
possession arrow.
Okay, yeah, tie.
2-7. Not
Ditto.
the best in poker,
Self
but
ditto
good
on
noodle.
that after the turn.
H now looking for 7 to tie. Keeping pace, yep.
Oh, there's H taking the lead now, I bet. In a
Yep.
red switch. There's the
the
red.
Could be an aggressive move, but I think he's looking to get
Possession.
close to the end here. Maybe trying something.
What would it be from Nam here?
Yeah,
H
he's
with
taking
the
his
aggression.
time.
Don't want to be too aggressive. He was already
Oh, yep.
aggressive earlier.
I'm not
There's
even
no question.
surprised by that one. Takes the lead back.
Yeah, it's a classic one too. You don't want to be too aggressive. You also don't want to be too conservative. That's the line Nam is going to balance. Double ditto
Ditto.
there. Little ditto. Okay. It's going to be the play anyway. In the blue.
Wow.
Nothing
Ace
from
of the
H.
draw. I had a feeling.
Did Nam find something off the blues though? Or is this just ISO City? He's been ISO Citying the whole game.
I think here it needs to start getting down. I mean,
No, I'm just
Okay, yeah.
physical. Okay. H going to be content to draw as soon as this thing loads. Here's the reverse. Looking for this could be game. No, it's not.
oh my goodness.
He's just pulling the toaster stretch short. He's just seeing get to Uno, see if he makes the mistake. That's interesting. It's becoming popular. Got the plus
Oh,
four.
Honestly,
I was wondering where
that's
that was.
fair.
Beautiful save. Half of them gone.
Oh, but
Hello,
clutch, wild.
interesting.
Interesting there.
Trying to, yeah,
And ISOs
okay.
him out.
KT Classic? Is this the Classic?
I don't think so. He just got 4 cards there.
Be an interesting call to Classic. It wouldn't be the
Yeah,
worst
just after
thing.
he got 4 freshies. I don't think it is, but I mean, crazier things have happened here.
He's thinking
Yeah,
he's just going to play
yeah,
it cool. Okay.
Yeah, I figured as much. I didn't think he would classic after getting 4 cards like that. He'd try and get moving again, and he's down to 2.
H, I think out now I'm for sure to Uno here.
That 2, that's
yeah, it's
game.
game +2. No plus
Oh,
fours really for
yellow.
now. He didn't get a single one, so that was a clean win. We'll go to H here first. H, you know, I thought you played that pretty masterfully on the +4. You kept the green. Ultimately, he just seemed to favor on the yellows. Were you just short on yellows at the start that ultimately couldn't be a lock and key efficient?
So I got all numbers except for 1 green skip at the start.
Oh.
The +4 was a top deck. Like I didn't get any good
Top deck.
cards this game. I was just trying to play off the numbers.
Okay, so yeah, you were just all
Yeah,
numbers.
I just had the right numbers to play.
Caesar's, it was the Allen hand, right? The Allen, the Nick hand, where we'll get to you in a second. It was the old Allen hand we saw with Nick. Just numbers in the wrong spot, and you see these cards with 13, 14, 15 cards and all numbers. It's like, man, we'll see what happens. Right here, I need to do something different. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was wondering why the Blues skipped draw. Were you just trying to play a toaster strat where we just run to Uno and see if he makes a mistake, or that was probably something interesting I hadn't seen you done in a while now. What was the theory? Were you just trying to play a different eye candy look to get H off this game? That was my first question. Toaster strat. Okay. It worked there. It's been a possible lock and key. Now, my next question is, when you saw this game where it wasn't really much ammo off the start, right? You didn't get any +4s that game. It was pretty low, just a +2. Were you thinking you could play it aggressive knowing that we had 1 +4 off the board and you were more comfortable? What was your mindset knowing that you had 1 +4? Did that change your mentality a little bit? Let me know. Short, right now, not needed that game, but there's still questions, right? There's still plays that he's making that you wonder are not clean cut finishes. He didn't look into the +4. Okay, that's fair. They're not really clean cut finishes. H, with pretty much a bad hand, almost got it close. Do you think Nam has to do more on potentially when the ammo gets a little low, or do you think he's content? No, I got one back, but this next game 4 is critical. You still don't want to go down 3-1, especially with power play in the back end.
Yeah, like I've said many times, 3-1 is very different from 2-2, and you definitely want to get this one. I mean, I think he did pretty well. You talk about wanting to do something different. We look up there on stream. I think definitely that skip draw definitely looked like a bait when in the moment for me, and I think that. But yeah, not looking at the +4. It might not have been the best move, but I think I definitely saw what he was trying to do with that skip. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just got to focus on the next game, work with what he's got, and get that 2-2 tie. That's a huge deal, and that would make the road player undefeated in the first 4.
We'll see, Yoshi. Right now, you look at this, the way they're going. Caesar joins us back. You look at H. He's been trying to play this frantic style, but it's been more composed. He's had every answer. It seems like H has plan B, C, D. Nam also has plan B, C, D. The only difference right now is it's just the patience, right? You wonder if the patience of Nam from the previous, he's had some tough opponents, right? We've talked about document. He's played me in the past. He's played Ghost in the past. He's played Abia in the past and won. Do you think that the resume of the past players is built up enough of a notebook to where he can see the moves the moves Nam is making, almost second guess it pretty sufficiently compared to now, where he's still a rookie, right? Not only in terms of this game, but in life. He's only 14. He's still learning how to stay within his emotions and control himself. Is that really the biggest difference you see right now in terms of composure?
It's what it looks like, yeah, and also just with just because Nam has a bit of extra pressure, him being higher up in the rankings, H has lost in the first round before. He's probably playing a bit more calm, being like, yeah, if I lose again, it is what it is. So I think there's a bit of that as well.
All right, well, we'll see what happens here. It just still can't be the old 12-9 pack from H. We're going to game 4 as Caesar joins back. H, what's it going to be game 4? Still no 12-9. Everything else free.
11.
11 it is. Let's do it. Caesar will put it in. I'll do the start here. Big moment right here. For H, he gets a 3-1 lead. This is what he needs with power play if he can save it. For Nam, almost has to win this game, especially with power play. I don't think he would burn it right here unless he had something really magical. All right, you got it, boss. No worries. Do that, Aaron. I will let me know when you're back, and I'll cover. All right, we'll go to 11. I'll take that one in. No worries. Yoshi will cover for you on the start. It's not an issue. We got a good full house here. Shorts probably just went out to get a drink, so we'll start it up. Blue 0. Here we go, Yoshi. Big game.
0.
Okay.
Might have screwed him up here.
Maybe. Now remember, history would tell us. We saw the data. He'll reverse, green reverse, play. Right? Does he have a hanging action card that he's just waiting to get something on? That's the key.
Right.
I don't think Nam, waiting around here is the bad move on the first play. I don't think that needs to change, and he knows it too. It just comes down to what his pace will be as we get into mid game.
Yeah. Definitely fluctuates, obviously doing moves faster than others, but okay, interesting.
Really drawing back. All right, we're really drawing back now. So both drawing back, ISO and oh, hold on a minute here. We gotta. Oh man, I'm just making sure. 12, 13, 15.
Table was checked, so
Okay.
H is at 18. Okay, well,
He's at 19 now.
Yeah.
Run it again. Yeah, it worked. It's slow today. Okay, so 19, no comeback.
Yeah. Well, okay. Which gets going on the green?
Let me just see something here. I just gotta check my headphone. 1 second. Can you cover me? I just gotta make sure I got enough battery on these headphones. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Right, we're good. We're good. Never mind. We're good at 52%. I remember wireless, you gotta charge them, but I'm good. We're all good. They should have 30 hours of life. We're good.
Wad 6.
All right, back to the building here. I'm back now. Quad 6. A lot of interesting plays in early. Both guys have decided to draw back and now start the game. Let's face it.
Yep.
15,
Ditto
12
on
now.
The 5.
Yep. Ditto on the 5 now. They're both playing as we continue to have some issues there. No worries. We're hanging on, barely.
Okay, 7. H goes for the switch back to green.
Looking for that ISO play. We've seen plenty of ISO plays from both. Ammo has been very frugal in this game, but in the first 3, we've seen it. It's been explosive.
Yeah, this is 0.
0 sugar. We've already saw 1. That's 2 off the board. We saw a lot of 0 sugar efficiency. We saw it. That's a heat check from Nam early.
Wow.
Early heat check.
That's an interesting play.
Yeah, that right there, that's a shot in the arm to say, hey, I'm gonna throw this right here. Catch me if you can.
Yeah. Looking to get that red and
Another 0.
really and yeah, that's the third 0 gone. So Nam, I guess, looking to
H's turn here. +2. Saves
wait
the game.
for that.
Maybe I haven't even saved the game. He's just going to scoreboard the little scoreboard flipper. Now I'm now back 10. H with the lead.
Yeah, it was definitely taking his time to use that. Definitely could have used it earlier, but now it's, might be the right time as the 5 H. Ooh, okay. Maybe switch out.
H triple. He check of his own. He crosses back. Oh boy.
Nam with potentially another wild. That would be something.
Does he have a wild? Does he got the? That would be insane. I don't. Yeah. Well, he crossed. End around. End around.
Okay. All right.
It may have forced though Nam. It may have forced Nam to prevent that run to the finish from him. +2 back, crossover back. Oh, he does the quick.
No
He does it back. He does it back. End around back. We're going to green. What a play! Oh my goodness. That is textbook as you want. That's as textbook as you want, Yoshi. You can't expect anything better than that. Textbook right there. Reverse ditto. Yeah, literally. That's classic right there.
Insane, yeah. What a play from both.
Mirror playing. We're mirror playing now. Switching into red. Off the green. Can't keep up here. H still with the lead. He now goes to the blue. Undercuts it back. One up this time. One up this time. Small straight action from now. Here comes H. We're going to fire in. Mental sequence.
No blue
H
reverse.
he goes for this reverse. Look for a double. Checks the table.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it could be something big. Taking a risk, but we'll see. Maybe just
He checked again. He checked time with the red wild. Here comes now trying to get out of it. He does with a triple. Did he ever finish? He's got the skips. It's game. What?
Okay, that's insane. That's just wow.
KT it wouldn't have mattered what H would have done.
On fire.
That was insane. Insane call. Give me a second, but I need a water. Holy crap.
Breathe.
Oh, man.
Pulled the rug out. Quite literally pulled the rug out. That is remarkable.
Really, all Nam needed to do was
run down the numbers until he had
Skittles. One left. Like, oh my god.
That is technically Skittles. I'm putting that down.
Yeah, fair enough.
You really had everything going for you, right? You would think right there and then when he pulled the green +2, yellow +2, and you reversed back with the exact same move on the 2 finish, just a different color, and reverse ditto. You think you'd have it right there, but do you think that +6 was just where he won the game, right? Because ultimately the wilds were evenly distributed, just all the skips and reverses at the end there. Crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the 7-card finish.
Nobody was, especially on
nothing
sixes.
You can do against that, really.
Because I want there was something I can do. I want to show you my hand, the hand that I had before everything came down crashing.
Oh my
wow!
Goodness.
I should have just played one of the wild +4s, but I didn't expect that.
That was prior to that 7-carder.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wow. Exactly. That was
I don't blame you.
That is tough. You can't. Yeah. The only thing you could do against that is power play, honestly. But you can't expect that. Yeah.
Well, the bot's been evenly like I said, it's been an evenly distributed game here, and it's hard to.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe. Sure, we haven't seen one of those. I guess to my question, the +6 was that ultimately where you got all those? There's no way you could have saved 6 skips as off the start. That would have been insane. So tell me, where'd you pick up some of those skips so I can ask a question before I lost my mind here?
Yeah.
Or was it draw heaven? Right? Was it draw city where you were just saying, I'm going to play the patient game, play back into what he's doing, and go from there. Hey, did you get those draw cities where you got the plus, or did you have one off the start and save?
Yeah, I started with one of them and then I draw city the other.
Started with 3, got one off the draw, last 2 from the +6.
Okay, so that was a build your hand type moment there, Cedar. Yeah, crazy series. Now it's an even game. It's best of 3, both power plays on the board. Yeah, if you're H, you probably could have used power play, but at the end of the day, you just don't expect that, right?
I didn't need the power play. I had the guards. I just wasn't playing around like a 7 finisher.
Yeah. In hindsight, in hindsight, you'd want to use a power play there, but you can't expect a 7-card finish. That's just fair game, honestly. If you're H there and you just got to regroup and come back, it's still a 2-2 series, so it's far from over. It's down to a best of 3, and you still got your power play on the board. I'm floored at this one. That's for sure.
This has been a series, Yoshi. You know, usually I don't get this excited once we start seeing things out of control. And it's been out of control, but it's been pretty controlled chaos. Hindsight's 2020, absolute Caesar. It's been a series,
true.
right? Usually you think, okay, it's round one, but the last two series that H has played has been insane.
Yep.
I said this would be right. You look at the styles on paper when it's an evenly distributed game. H has great psychological warfare. Now, one thing Nam does have is good resiliency when he's up. Now that he's down, he's playing a little more loose. He's tried every package. He's played the slow game. He's played the hybrid style. He's played the quick. He knows how to use pace management. Now I think he's developing that. It's his start here, Short. What do you think he's got to do back at home? Remember, no team has won yet at home. That's the kicker right now. No home team wins.
Mm-hmm.
The home team hasn't won yet. That's 4-0 for the road. I think K2 is right, some of the best games of the round. Definitely looking that way. Although
I have to shout out Sanford too. He created the bro. We'll give him that. We'll give him that one for sure.
Yeah, Charles Sanford checked in. It'll be interesting here. I will be interested to see what, if anything, like changed on the lopside. I mean, obviously, it's been controlled chaos is a perfect way to put it. We'll just see if it continues to be that way or anything shifts. As Nam is awaiting a table call, so I better get out of the way.
All right, off the board, it's going to be the 13-11 combo. I think we have 9, 12, 13, 11. I think off the board for respective players. So what's it going to be now? Caesar, are you back? Yeah, he is back. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He's going to send her. All right.
Pivotal game 5.
Well, if he wins this,
yeah.
If he wins
Pivotal.
this, 15's off the board for sure. Here we go. We started up. Green 6, something clean, something normal, probably for the better.
Yeah.
Can't lose my mind early. I got to save it.
Save that voice. Breathe. Anyways. Once again, Nam will take his time as he does in his home starts.
Pivotal game 5, like I said, power play would only come into the equation. Do you want to get the 3? How comfortable you are with a 3-2 lead with no power play versus, okay, let's just play it straight, get the win, just finish out. It's the risk, right? We saw it short.
Yeah.
The perfect example was Nick and Lane. Lane used it early. He used it in game, what was it? I think you said 4, right? And he got the win, right, in game 7 by forcing Nick to use it early and ran a pace play. Sure, the game was lopsided, but it's risky. When do you want to pull the trigger on the power play, especially when playoff time? This is the first case for both. Nam easily could have been down 3-0 in this series. He's found a way. H easily could have been up 3-1. It's been a battle of runs for sure. Sanford actually texted me. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Huge runs, huge swings, and momentum. The pendulum is swinging back and forth both parties.
Yep, H with the switch into blue.
Yep, dialed in. One up this time. We've seen a couple small straight short. Let's see if we got another one in the store.
Yeah. Small straight 4 in a row. Doesn't have to be in a row, but all within the same.
Oh, nope. There's the switch.
We're gonna go switch
Pull
instead.
Okay.
Little pin pull. Now I'm aggressive on the switching. H was also aggressive earlier. H will run. Double up this time. Long way to go on 15. You don't expect with the evenly distributed ammo as we go for a double play potentially, maybe triple. You'd think it would crescendo about 5-6 cards because we have evenly distributed on the ammo here today. +2.
Oh boy.
At least for now. At least for now.
That's interesting from now. He's gonna send it here. Interesting. He's gonna try to build a gap.
That puts H up to 18. He's gonna play
17 now, yes.
17 now.
H is going to play cool. Nam will play cool as well. We're in 5 now. Yeah, that's a heat check right there. He's got a monster hand. This might be the first case.
Yeah, I mean, especially when he went for that +6.
That H not going to buy into that. He's going to seal that right there. Great move. Sends it. Now I'm packing back a little. H now in a good spot right here. Vape shelves in.
What are we
Yellow.
doing freaking early?
Well,
Yeah, it's a
well,
good
MRE,
series, man. It's a good series.
You missed a hell of a series. Dude, remember we did the 10 a.m. with Seth and H? It's the similar to that, but better.
Okay. I guess
Shouldn't have been
H is just
a
really good at playing early morning quality Uno.
Why not, man? He's on the West Coast, too. You can't complain. It's 8 a.m. for him. It's 9 for
Fucking
you.
8 a.m. for the West Coast. Yeah.
This is too early for Uno. I don't know how H is doing it. I'll shut up now.
H is that guy, man. He just has that locked-in focus from the more morning person. Anyway, back to the game if we get a little interruption from the gallery there. H back at 12 here. He did a +2. He's going to play it cool. Here comes Nam.
Yeah, that's all I can do right now. Hoping that +2 was enough to stop Nam from whatever he was planning.
Oh, man. Well, let's see what Nam will do here. Nothing.
Ooh. Okay, was trying to give a certain look, but appears might have just ran out of.
You know, as H will check the table there. Now I'm drawing back. You just wonder here a little bit. The series. We actually both need the series. But you wonder, Caesar, this is old school Super League strats where you would just run it, right? And as H draws back here, and try to hope for some top deck heavens, but still have more reserve. It wasn't split ammo, it was a reserve strat, and it's coming back here from now. I'm surprised he's learned that strategy because he wasn't even a sniff in Super League. He wasn't even existing last year. That's interesting. That's just a classic bot moment. That's a heat check.
Is gonna be check. Yeah,
Oh, baby.
that's another wild from Nam.
The thing is, at this rate, with the amount of heat checks, the way the ammo is being distributed, you think H would have something here.
You would need to hope, though. I feel like Nam is getting better at controlling the wilds now.
Yeah, there it is. Called it. There it is.
Had to.
Nam back to 9. H keeping it reasonable at 11 here. And he's got Nam in a pickle right short. That red now is hanging.
Major, yeah. We'll see here.
Easily get
He knows what he's doing with that +4 for sure. Trying to pull him out down in the wild. We'll see if
can Nam
can
find
play
the
on
8
it.
here and maybe get the red himself. Let's see.
Might be able to play on the blue. No, he's gonna go yellow.
Yellow.
Not the red though. So H comfortable. And you gotta think with H, a lot of cards. Here we go. Oh, great end around. Huge end around.
Back to that blue.
Beautiful end around. That's classic right there. Vintage H classic. H absolutely firing on all cylinders right now. He's at 8. I'm figuring something out. It's high game. He goes to green with the underback.
And the other color.
Does H have a blue 4? You got a blue 4 to really put us out of control here.
Oh my
God.
Okay, that just keeps it green. Keeps it green.
Oh, man. Insane series. Now into the green 6 we go. H trying to fire back. He doesn't run out. He's got more. He goes back to yellow.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Insane control from H.
Oh!
No! To the red 0. Holy moly.
He saw all
those.
That
series,
had
man.
to have come. That had to have come from that, too. There's no way.
Oh,
that
my God. We're tied again.
+2. Great.
We're looking for the tie again.
Great chin holding. They're playing clean and fast.
Insane gameplay. Here comes Nam for a double.
Oh my goodness.
Just a double though.
Oh.
It's crazy. He had the red 7 too.
Oh
H
God.
draws.
Yo, okay.
Red 2.
That had to have come from the +2, unless he was really.
H gotta think about it. Gotta think about it right here. Gotta think about it here if you're H. And he's gonna take his time.
Yeah, he used 1+4 to get into red. You never know what he could have left here.
He got plenty if he needs it. Trust me. If he has it, he'll use it.
No doubt about it.
If he's got it, he'll use it. Now it's just a thinking game here. Pivotal moment once again. H needs this game right, and he's gonna go green.
Oh man.
Thought this one through. +4 save, it's over.
There it is.
Nothing he could have done. Nothing he could have done.
God.
Oh,
Three
what
in
a
a
series. I
row.
mean,
3 who cares? Yeah.
yeah, I kind of you hate to see that end like that because this has been a crazy game. You thought maybe it'd be a little bit more of a double play, but now let's go Nom. You fired in a way. H had every answer for you, then you had every answer back. I'm just trying to compose myself because I'm pretty sure I've lost it half the series. Let me just see if I can find a good question because it's kind of been one of those game 8 moment series. You don't want this to end. Let's see here. All right, so when he did that end around to get back to blue, he threw you a +2. Was that +2 in green? Was that where you got the split control? It seemed like the +4s were dominant at your end towards the end. Was one of those +4s coming off the green +2? H, I thought you did everything right. You pretty much did the right end around. You did the great isolation tactics.
I mean, maybe it was too hasty on the wild +4, but
Yeah,
like there's the looming threat of power play.
that's the thing, right? You just don't know when. Do you play the power play early? I don't even know the question, man. I guess when he it's hard, right? Because the thing is you're mirror playing. So my question is, you had more +4s at the back end. Was that +2 when he threw the green +2 into the? Let me see if I can pinpoint it. Hold on, I'll do what you did earlier. When he did that, did you think there was a lock and key combo in the sense that hey, I got a +4 off that, and you were just waiting patiently to run the reds effectively and go from there? Is that really what you were looking at? I have to think about this one for sure. Because you didn't have any yellow at that. That was your last yellow came at that. Basically, the last yellow came when you played the yellow 8, which was approximately 2 minutes after that play. So you're thinking, I'm going 3 color here, gamble on the data from earlier in the game to say, hey, 3 color, I can run it with a little quicker pace and get them off rhythm. That's all I can really logistically think of what you were trying to do there on that yellow at the end at 11:18. I'm trying to backtrack here. Oh, so you had a oh wow.
I figured like you just hold on to those.
Monster hand, and at that rate, 3 colors what you need, right? Because you get off the yellow, you can just switch and toggle back. Yeah, sure. That was probably the first time we saw a monster hand come into play. The first 4 had been really clean. There was the first monster hand of the game for sure. H was just up a creek without a paddle and hanging on forever. Really did a good job.
Yeah, and executed with that hand really well. Made all the right decisions to try and run it down. I mean, those +4s were used well and held on to it at the right moment, and that's what got it done for him.
Next game might decide, right?
If Nam wins, that's a series. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always gotta check the headphone volume. My fault, boys. Caesar, what can't they play? We'll get it going here. It's been a crazy series. I just had to check the headphone volume, make sure I don't have battery issues. Caesar?
Yeah, numbers. I go with the number 10.
Oh yeah, I think 10's good. All right, we're good. 10 of that. Yeah, it was 9, 12. I've lost track because it's been mental. Mental series. We're gonna give the call to short so I can cool off for a second.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. We start with that 10, and they both join up, and this game 6 is underway with a red
man.
+2, and we'll see what H wants to do off this, whether he will play it clean discipline, or is he going to try and set him back. Could really be anything. We've seen a lot of everything in this one.
Yeah,
If we get to a game 7, remember 15's off the board for Nam. That's the only thing. As we go for a monster hand again. Oh jeez. This could be foreshadowing.
my goodness, what
We see it. Remember against Brian round 1, Nam was getting those monster hands against Brian. It was game. But he's gonna run it clean here.
Getting pinged
H now on the offense here.
Yeah, Caesar, go right ahead, man.
For what?
He's got to run.
Oh yeah, do your thing, Bill.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got- well,
DM me the log for sure, man. Yeah, perfect. All right.
All right, thanks.
Okay,
Caesar.
big check there.
He checked from H.
Oh, power
Oh
play!
my
Power
goodness,
play!
That's it.
Yeah, it's game. That's it. What?
Oh.
Oh, monster hand knew it. Oh, what the heck? What the? Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't winning against GG's.
Nah, there's no.
Oh.
Wow.
Good lord.
Well, you hate to see it end like that because it's been really, Bont. Throw some insult too.
Yeah, wait, what? Okay, that's
Hold up.
that's insane.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
No. Oh my god.
Okay, well, thank you, Bot, for that. Anyway,
Oh
now,
my god.
unfortunately, you hate to see it end like that, but you did what you had to do. Monster hand those last two games, and ultimately you got the job done. But I guess my counterpoint is those first two games, right? You were outplayed. How did you stay composed, knowing that you were down, your season's on the line, and you just got those first game 3, 4 wins. Ultimately, this could have easily been 3-1. It could have been a different scenario. You were teetering a tight line. What was your mentality when you were down to it? Ultimately, finished the job, despite the ending right there. And I think Short's going to post the law here.
Yeah,
Shortly,
it's on the way. It's on the way.
I don't know why it did that, Eli. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
Cannot wait for new bot. Anyway,
I mean, sometimes this happens. You never know.
but that was deja vu with the mind. It was Brian H. I mean, I thought you played fantastic. You probably played the best of the guys that lost in 6. Excluding those last two games where you're up a creek without a paddle, what was your overall thoughts on this series?
I just said my strategy was to draw better. I didn't do that. Next time I should just draw better.
It worked early. In the first 3 games, I thought you had.
No, I think that early the hands were like more or less balanced between me and Nam. That's how you got those games. These last 2 games, it wasn't balanced at all.
No, it was Monster City. It was game over. I had a feel when you played that blue, the only thing I could have seen is maybe a +2. That was it on the back end.
Yeah.
Did you have a +2?
I mean, I had the blue +2, but like I'm not winning against 2 wild fours.
No. You can't time for that. It's just unfortunate for you at the end of the day. You did what you could. Well, let's go into the pod. Short, is it updated?
Oh wait, I missed one. Just 1 second. It's coming. Forgot to make that green. Okay. Go. Start talking.
All right. Well, here we go. We go into the pod. Well, it's going to be Nam versus Clay. Nam. Clay will have home court. At this rate, essentially, let's face it, Clay's coming in at, what is it, 5 wins on the season, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And,
Yep.
And Nam's got 6. So I'll ask Nam, your thoughts on Clay. I mean, you've been a fan of Clay. You've actually talked to him before. Thoughts on playing Clay? Sure, that's a playoff game, right? Because you think about this, especially for Clay, right? Clay loses that game with his resume down there. That could be all she wrote. Now we know he's probably the only player in the league that I can trust in T5 because he has the data. For Nam, if he wins that game, all of a sudden the conversation turns into, okay, now being a top 25 player. Because against H, unfortunately, we know H is a damn good player, but it's still a quad 4 win. He beats Clay, which is a quad 3, or excuse me, quad 2, quad 2, quad 3, depending on how this tournament goes at the end of it. That's going to get you brownie points. He almost needs it too. It's a playoff game. Where do you think he's got to improve, especially with a guy like Clay that, let's face it, he was tested against England, who plays that slow style.
Yeah.
This is going to be a game where both guys play quick. That's the interesting to know for sure. Your thoughts on this one?
It's a ranked on ranked game as well. 13 for Nam, 24 for Clay. Clay, I mean, you talk about his resume as well. I just got it pulled up on my end. We talked about it when we streamed that game. I mean, he got Seth who got out of relegation battle. Retro did. He obviously got that big win against you. Pez was ran into a buzzsaw and go slap in T3. So it's it'll be a fun match for sure. Just got to stay in it, as Nam says. But he's really got to. I think for Clay.
You're good,
Obviously,
H,
talk about.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Sage. We talk about Clay. I feel like he's really got to, in my personal opinion, and I think if you look at his resume, he's really got to get through Nam. He's really got to push for another run because he's still, despite 2 Sweet 16 appearances this season, he's got that round 1 loss to Lane. Now Lane's been improving. We saw him take care of business after that bot implosion last night. In that game 7 against Nick, but still, I mean, that's obviously an 8-9 toss up. So it's going to be interesting. So the Lane loss not looking terrible, but I think really to cement himself in that spot, he definitely wants to try and get through Nam and make that another Sweet 16, maybe even deeper. But yeah, definitely a fast-paced game for Nam. He's got the more wins on the season, and just by 1, basically, with that Final Four run. That Final Four run's still standing up pretty strong, but he's really got to prove that wasn't a one-time kind of thing, wasn't a fluke, because he hasn't made it to the Sweet 16 since then. Got that win against Brian. So this is a big win for Nam for sure, and winning against Clay, I think that would definitely cement him as well. Not that he's moving top 15. Being top 15 is a pretty good spot to be, but definitely cement his place in that top 15 with a win against Clay, and who knows beyond that. So it'll be an interesting match for both of them, ranked on ranked. Can't wait.
Yeah, I think we should have that one streamed too. Like I said, a lot of these we're gonna have fun picking out streams on this one. It's a lot of playoff games.
Oh yeah,
we'll have to see who's just not a playoff game. Yoshi, I'll give you the final word. Thoughts on this crazy series? And once again, 10 a.m. H delivers. It just hasn't failed this year. Him at 10 a.m. is a sight. And what your thoughts? He did get 2 wins. At least he has now, I think, over double digits. He might be safe, depending on what happens with Pac tonight and A. Rogers. And Brian. But your thoughts on Nam Clay? Obviously, we both know Clay. Heck, we live very close to him. We're not far away from him.
Mhm.
Nam is going to be a player that we talked about composure, mentality. This is his chance. He gets the win here. You start talking about him maybe even getting a top seed in the group stage or even a single bye.
Oh, I see Clay lurking. Here's Clay.
Here's Clay. If Clay wins, God Almighty, what a transformational season this could be. We know he cooks in T5. He almost needs it too. Thoughts on this match, Colin? What's the preview going to be? Give me a good one.
Yeah, no, Nam and Clay. That's it's a match where I have played both of them before, and I feel like Clay is gonna definitely put some work against Nam, so he's really got to focus up like he did in this one. I feel like he's got some good looks on him where H tried to kind of do that as well. Ended up it was the adaptation for Nam to finish just the job, so I feel like Clay is definitely someone who may not have a whole lot of wins. I mean, he does, but not enough for Super League. So you could argue you could see him as someone not as threatening as others, but then when you end up playing against him, it becomes a whole new thing. And that was like my experience with Clay in the last in the T5 of the first season. So it was definitely a big wake-up call, and I think Nam can better prepare for him than I did, so he's really has been more of an advantage to potentially win this game against him. He just has to make sure that he doesn't lose sight in what he has to do to win the game. I think he was trying some things different, and I think that's what helped him in the end. If he's down 2-0 again, if he can go back to what he did here. I feel like Clay and H aren't very different in their play styles, but Clay is very he can be patient at times, he can be aggressive at times. He's definitely hard to read as far as what he's going to show on the table. He's just going to show whatever he wants to show. So Clay's got to bring that element to rattle Nam early, and I mean it worked for H here, but it wasn't enough to rattle him completely. So I think Clay's has got to replicate what H did, but just close it out. So it's going to be another good one. Nam just getting all the good matches right now.
It's opportunity central, right? You got to think of 2 seeds lurking in that region. I believe it's Vapor.
Yeah, Vapor.
Right.
Yeah.
He awaits
Vapor's
the winner
here.
of Toaster Pack. That's coming up at 6
And
today.
let's face it, right? You look at the 1 seed, you think, it's a 1. But this is Monkey, and I'm gonna be honest with you. If Lane plays this composed, it's a wide open region. It's not a foregone conclusion. Monkeys win. The way Lane has played has looked exceptional. The way Vapor will have to respond off of Bond Island, we're going to find out, right? And the way these two have been playing, they both had tests. You look at Clay, that was not easy against England. England had them. There was points where I thought England might get this. Right? There was times where I thought H might get this. So it's a
By the
litmus
way,
test
1
region.
seed is Yoshi.
Yeah.
In the Machete region.
In the Machete, yeah.
I'm sorry. What am I
Monkey
doing?
Swamp. Monkey is Swamp. You good.
Monkey. My fault. It's been a long one, right? I'm still catching up. Still
You
getting
got
back
it,
my
you got
bear,
it.
my sea legs. I guess my Tarzan legs. But anyway, point is, it's going to be a good region. Going to be a good region. We'll see. Yoshi's got I believe,
Kev.
Kev Shear coming on the
Kev,
point.
yeah.
You never know with Kev. Kev did beat G, so anything's possible. But we'll see how it goes. Should be a
You
good
got
one.
Bo, who won to start the round, got out of that relegation battle facing Carson on the top
Yep.
half as well. And we'll have either Toast or Pack against Vapor. It's going to be an interesting region to look at.
Yeah, we'll see. We're going to go to the schedule real quick before we head out. It's going to be, like I said, Toaster. Everyone, this is all short. This is all the crew. They're going to take care of it, doing an event tonight. Appreciate the crew. It's been a hell, and I'll make a shout out to you guys at the end. But it's going to be a hell of a game. Toaster Pat, you look at Toaster, another guy in the bubble. But I will say the one caveat is Toaster guy is probably on house money, right? He's the one guy that no one expected to even be in the top 20. House money. Pack, nothing to lose. Going to be a hell of a game. Probably the most interesting game of the entire round. If this was one of the best games of the round, this next one will be the most interesting because Can Sapir, after blowing a 3-0 to Lane when he had power play in his hands, find a way to win against a fresh married A.B. Rogers. We're going to find out. A. Rogers is back in the building. I don't think he's going to be A.B. now. I think he's going to be turned up. And boy, oh boy, Sting Brian. If Brian's been playing like he's been playing, will Sting be on upset alert? Sting has not a foregone conclusion he'll win that game. It's going to be a crazy finish to this round. I can't thank the team enough. I want to give a shout out to everybody this week. Eli and Nick for helping co-commentate. I want to thank Short for streaming the games. I want to thank Yoshi for helping with the check-ins. And, of course, 24-hour reminders. Caesar for absolutely clutching on the logs. Appreciate Sanford for checking in as well. Thank you for all of that work there. Shout out to Lamas on the idol graphics, Zach on the logo, G for overseeing the league. And, of course, one last shout. I know I didn't do anything, but thank God, Jesus for Grim's bot. Appreciate you, Grim. Even though you didn't help referee, the fact that you brought this bot to the league, it made my night last night. And we're grateful for it. It is truly the GOAT is here. We cannot wait for bot 25, whether it be T5, Super Elite, whenever it comes, or no matter what, it's coming next year. We'll see we'll make an announcement on when we'll have it, maybe for this year, it depends on testing. But regardless, thank you guys. It's been a pleasure. KT's back round 2. We'll see you guys with the old Timber 32 with KT back in business. A lot of playoff games. That's what you want in a stream. We'll see you there. Have a good one. Sign off.